Hi, all of you. Mehrun Nisa, Sujata, Shivam, and okay. Shwetansh, hi. Pallav, okay. Can you all hear me properly, online students? Am I audible to you? Am I audible to you? Can you confirm if I am streaming fine? There is a lag between. Hello, Shwetansh, hi. Vedant. Okay, yes, you can hear me. ठीक है. Sujata, yes. Okay, ठीक है. What's your name? Shoaib, yes. Hi. Okay, fine. So, welcome to our PSP program. PSP is Prelims support program. Is Prelims support program, and you are part of batch 2. The first batch we started in mid-December, and for you we're starting from mid-January onwards. Yes, there's another batch going on. We ultimately will integrate you in some ways. We'll let you know what we'll do there. So, 2-3 clarifications to all of you. Number one, the prelim support program is not just a test series. I'll tell you what I mean by this. Number two, we talk about a concept called as marathon sessions. The prelims has marathon sessions, and our approach is okay, thorough tests and tests learning. Because see, when you enter the process, you must be aware of what exactly our intentions. आपको बोर्ड दिखाई दे रहा है? Okay. What exactly are our intentions? Without which you can't participate the way we want you to participate. Okay, so know this. It is not just a test series. I'll talk about a concept called marathon and the concept of tests and test learnings. Okay. Now see, typically what happens in the conventional programs, जो conventional tests होते हैं, what do? Test programs. Essentially, you are administered the tests, and the tests can be about what? Some of them can give you 30 tests, some of them give them 40 tests or 50 tests, some of them 50 questions, 100 questions, and so on. You administer tests. Then you have test discussions, and then some score analysis. This is what is done in the conventional test programs. My learning is that most students, they don't give tests. You may give 1 or 2 tests. Ultimately, क्या होता है? Okay, you get tired or low marks, you get frustrated. You prefer to attend the test discussions. And test discussions जिसके की answers आपको मिल जाते हैं. You get the answers booklets with you, and the teacher or the mentor is reading the answers more or less and explaining some doubts. And जो score analysis है, You basically know your score and you know the comparative score of the toppers, and some institute gives you a sectional performance. Means if you have a test which has history and polity, how many right wrong history polity, how many right wrong, okay, probably in economy, how many right wrong in geography, you get a sectional performance. This is what generally is available and what you do as a part of a conventional test program that you join. I do not believe in this approach at all. Okay, so listen to what we are doing here and which you have to participate. The process of prelims preparation, what should it be? Okay, prelims ka, and I believe yes Sunita, you are right. I can understand your frustration. I will answer your question, don't worry. So Sunita is asking me, sir, I have given prelims 3 times now, not qualified, and I have given tests regularly. I get your point. That's why I'm repeating what I'm saying here. देखो, process prelims के क्या होना चाहिए? One is, you should have completed the relevant syllabus of the GS. Say, for example, I take up polity as the subject. So you should have done the polity syllabus first, which is know the constitution, know the parliament, the working, know the articles, know the powers, the responsibilities of whatever authorities we have, know things like emergency, center-state relations, amendments. ये आपके पास सारा होना चाहिए. You complete this, and if possible, this should be part of some summarizations. ये आपका हो जाना चाहिए, which I believe is part of almost all GS course. आप कहीं भी join करेंगे, you will be taught this. In some institutes, maybe 4-5 things more. In some institutes, 4-5 things less. Yeah, Shivam, just give me some time, I'll come to it. I'll explain what I'm doing and why am I doing. Okay. ये सबसे important first 2 steps है. A third very important step which we miss out is, you should study the UPSC approach. When I'm saying study this approach, का मतलब है, you should have analyzed what type of questions UPSC is asking, on what topics, on what themes, which questions are getting repeated, which current affair is getting more repeated. आप लोग क्या करते हैं, आप लोग पॉलिटी पढ़ लेते हैं, बट यूपीएससी का अप्रोच आप छोड़ देते हैं. एंड इफ आई आस्क यू, टेल मी, हाउ विल यू नो यूपीएससी अप्रोच? क्या तरीका जानने का, बताओ शोएब? PYQs. Okay, so PYQ is your source. How many of you have done the PYQs thoroughly? बताओ आप लोग. This is your first attempt, Shoaib? Yes, first attempt. You have done this PYQ work? कुछ किया है, fine. Online students? Okay, somewhat I get it. How many of you have done the PYQs? And how many times have you done? That's important. देखो, the idea is not PYQ solving. The idea is PYQ को study करो. Okay, कि कैसा सवाल पूछ रहा है. Say there are, for example, 10 questions. Okay, 10 questions and 1, 2, 3, 4. आपने टेस्ट लिया, सर 1 राइट हुआ, 2 राइट हुआ, 3 रॉन्ग हो गया, राइट हो गया, आपने छोड़ दिया. I do not want that. I want to study. Study means whether the questions are static questions, are they current based questions, are they straight questions, are they tricky questions, which topics are asked more, which topic UPSC ignores. Out of the 100 questions asked in last 10 years, in which theme maximum questions आए हैं. अगर questions पूछे जा रहे हैं, what is the source document from which they ask you? Are they asking you more from current affairs, newspaper, Are they asking you more from Lakshmikant? Are they asking you more from NCRTs? कुछ आइडिया तो होना चाहिए ना. से preamble के क्वेश्चन ज्यादातर आते हैं and the questions are more from NCRTs. पार्लियामेंट के क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, the questions are more from say chapter 6, 7, 9 and 15 of Lakshmikant. I mean that type of study. This is a very important step, because without doing this you might know the subject, लेकिन आप एग्जाम समझ नहीं पा रहे हो एग्जाम क्या कर रहा है. It's like, I may be a very talented cricketer. Even then, I study how Australians play. I study how New Zealand play. We study how English कैसे खेलते हैं, in what conditions. I'm a brilliant bowler. But क्या मैं पढ़ता नहीं हूं कि किस टाइप का पिच है लास्ट 10 साल में, और दिस पिच, what type of scores are possible. I do that, right? So आपने क्या किया, आपने कोर्स पढ़ लिया, आपने यूपीएससी का अप्रोच नहीं पढ़ा. So when you join a test series, you don't even know whether the questions of the test series are according to UPSC levels or not. आपको पता ही नहीं है, आपका टेस्ट है, आप दे रहे हो. Yes, Harish, just give me some time. Today's session is more of an orientation session to explain what I am doing. Okay, because without you knowing what we are doing, you can never do justice, to what our expectations are. So ये बहुत important step है. Study the UPSC approach, and the study the approach is not solving PYQ alone. Solve तो करना ही करना है, पर consciously उसको study करना है कि कैसे सवाल पूछ रहा है, what type of choices, किस टाइप के themes में यूपीएससी फंसाता ज्यादा है, what type of questions are more current affairs based. You must do a good mapping of this, which means the PYQs have to be solved not once, maybe 4, 5, 6 times. और इतना strong होना चाहिए control. If any questions asked to you, should tell me, oh, this question is like 2015 का PYQ, or this question is like 2022 PYQ, or this question तो बड़ा नया है, इस पर आज तक कभी नहीं पूछा यूपीएससी ने. I want that type of command in your UPSC study. And that's the best way of even knowing whether the institutions are doing fair work or not. See what happens when you join a test series or you join a program, because we want to impress you, because we want कि आप हमारे पास ही आए. So we tell, I'll give you 30 tests. Mad competition चल रहा है, right? The second institute says, 30 दे रहा है, मैं 40 दे देता हूं. A third guy will say, 40 दे दिया, चल मैं 55 कर देता हूं. And you guys, you fall for this trick. You go by, अच्छा इतने पैसे में मुझे 50 टेस्ट मिल रहा है, इतने पैसे में मुझे 40 टेस्ट मिल रहा है, without knowing कि सारे questions relevant है भी या नहीं. Rather than giving 40, 50 tests, I will say give 20 tests, but very good tests, which you actually learn. So what happens is, institutes, somehow in their process, because of giving tests, you end up knowing the mentality of the institute. If I go to Institute 1 and I'm doing test of their program, हम institute का mindset पढ़ लेते हैं कि this institute ना always B is correct. This type of institute, ऐसे question में हमेशा यही type का choice होने वाला है. And your score in the institute test is very, very high. But UPSC में you collapse. Have you heard this thing, all of you? That I was getting very good score in the test series, but I get very poor score in the UPSC. And most of you say, poor score because, sir, I get nervous in the exam hall. And that could be one reason. But my reading is most of you are doing well in the approach of the institute, not the approach of the UPSC. And to be fair, for the institutes also, when I give you more and more questions, believe me, it is very difficult to keep a good quality of questions. Like come questions where the quality is very good. The moment I multiply, and market demand is like that, no? It's like, I'm preparing a meal for 5 people and I'm preparing a meal for 500 people. पूरा ratio change हो जाएगा ना, what ingredients क्या चाहिए, and I collapse there. So a very important requirement of your preparation is, I said, number 1, finish your syllabus. I'm assuming most of you have done this. आपको ये समझ में आ गया. Okay? And second, you should do this one. UPSC. Oh yes, please, you can note down these points also. Okay? आपको याद करना पड़ेगा कि what is ultimately required of you. So, study the UPSC approach. Okay, fine. A fourth important thing you should do, all of you, is there are two things. One is proficiency in the content. Number two is getting tested through tests. And number three is getting tested, I'm saying tested in terms of content. A third very important thing is getting comfortable with tests. Getting comfortable with test giving itself. Okay, देख आपको टेस्ट देख के डर ना लगे. ये तीन अलग चीज है. प्रोफिशिएंसी इन कंटेंट का मतलब क्या है? द कंटेंट, योर नोट्स, द बुक्स, दैट मस्ट बी इन कंट्रोल. हाउ डू यू डू दैट? यू मेमोराइज, यू रिवाइज एज मेनी टाइम्स एज पॉसिबल. द सेकेंड इज टेस्ट में अच्छे स्कोर्स आने चाहिए. हाउ डू यू डू दैट? डू अ वेरी गुड रिविजन, practice some tests and know your scores and do well there. ये third aspect है, that you get comfortable with the idea called tests. ये तीन अलग चीज है. See what happens for most of us is, because most of us are focused on कि टेस्ट में अच्छे scores आने चाहिए. Okay, what is your priority then? Your priority is, sir मैं पहले content कर लेता हूं अच्छे से. I'll revise it, I'll memorize it, I will revise it, I'll memorize it, I'll write it down, I'll recall, then I'll give the test and I'll have a good score. Possible? ये करते हैं आप लोग, right? But the fact is, आपका रिवीजन कभी खत्म होने वाला है नहीं. Your study will never get over because the syllabus is such, it is dynamic in nature. और बहुत nuances हैं. Constitution polity is a very specialized discipline. Lawyers spend their life studying constitution. अगर ग्रेजुएशन कोर्स जाएंगे तो आप 2 से 3 साल पढ़ रहे हैं कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. आपने कितने में पढ़ा होगा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन? 30 डेज, 40 डेज में पढ़ा है? इज इट पॉसिबल 30-40 डेज में यू विल हैव कंप्लीट कंट्रोल? यू कैन नॉट हैव. और हर बार पढ़ोगे आपको नया नया इंसाइट्स मिलेगा. सो योर अजम्पशन that sir, first I will finish my course and I will memorize and I will master it, then I will give test to get good scores. ये कभी होता नहीं है और आपका स्कोर कभी बढ़ता नहीं है. And you develop a phobia of the test. जब बोलूं टेस्ट दे दो, सर रुक जाओ अभी रिवाइज कर लेता हूं फिर टेस्ट दे दूंगा. Give a test. No sir, I am still practicing. I'll give a test later on. This is a typical mentality students have. बट माई रिकमेंडेशन इज इसके लिए नहीं करना है. ये आपको ये करना है. आपका कोर्स खत्म हो ना हो, आप टेस्ट देते रहो. कीप गिविंग द टेस्ट. खत्म नहीं हुआ. एक तो नंबर 1, यू शुड हैव डन एटलीस्ट 2-3 रीडिंग्स बाय नाउ. नहीं करो तो आप करो आप. बट यू कैन नॉट वेट कि आई फिनिश दिस एंड देन गिव द टेस्ट. सो द पर्पस, माई पॉइंट हियर इज, the purpose of giving tests क्या है? The purpose of giving tests, number 1, is testing yourself. Number 2 is getting tests, okay, resilient. And number 3, learning from the test. आप बताओ which of this is your objective generally? For most of you the objective is हम टेस्ट कर रहे हैं अपने आप को. मैं कहता हूं नहीं, ये इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है. आपका होना चाहिए ऑब्जेक्टिव कि टेस्ट से डर ना लगे. इतने बार टेस्ट दे देता हूं मैं कि आई विल नॉट बी स्कैर्ड ऑफ टेस्ट एनी मोर. ओके. सेकेंड, it doesn't matter what your score is. Say the syllabus or the test requires you must cover 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 topics you must cover. But sir, मैंने ना सिर्फ 2, 5, 7, 9 कवर किया है. सर मैं टेस्ट देता हूं, let me finish off all, then I'll give the test. I said no, don't do that. इतने में ही टेस्ट दो. सर फिर तो मेरा सिर्फ स्कोर जो है सिर्फ 2 राइट हुआ, 5 राइट हुआ, बाकी तो छूट गया. अच्छा फाइन, जो बाकी छूट गया ये आपका रॉन्ग हो गया, राइट? नाउ गो बैक एंड स्टडी फ्रॉम द क्वेश्चंस आस्क्ड. सो आई एम रिवर्सिंग द अप्रोच. रादर देन सीइंग द टेस्ट एज अ वे ऑफ टेस्टिंग योरसेल्फ, आई एम सेइंग सी द टेस्ट एज अ लर्निंग टूल. Okay, it's like, this is being smart and selective study. कि I am giving 15 tests. In the 15 test, मेरा ये वाला section बार बार wrong हो रहा है. So let me revise that properly. In the 15 tests, this type of topic I always get correct. That's my strength. I'll consolidate that. So see the tests not to test yourself. See the test, number 1, to remove the fear of the test, and number 2, to learn from the test. ये बहुत important point है. So it's like I gave a test of 100 questions and the total mark is maybe 200 marks. मेरा score is only 15 out of 100, out of 200. Why? I made lot of errors I made. कोई बात नहीं. Now go back and study from the test. Question number 1, क्या पूछा, क्या चॉइस था, open the book and study. Question number 2, क्या पूछा, क्या चॉइस था, study. Question number 3, क्या, so that if I repeat the same test after 1 week, after 10 days, and surprise you again after 1 month, I want 200 out of 200. That's my objective. तो मैंने क्वेश्चन पेपर ऐसा बनाया है that if you have studied these 100 questions properly, you are hitting the UPSC level of preparation required. मैंने वैसे डिजाइन किया हुआ है. Very consciously I picked up the questions so that I don't care about what score you have got. कोई भी ठीक है, गलत है, किसी का 50 की 70 आए, सर मेरा बहुत खराब है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. Now go back and study again. Go back and read again. From the test. So इस टेस्ट में I had asked question from 4, आपने पढ़ा नहीं था. I asked question from 1, आपने पढ़ा नहीं था. I asked question from 3, आपने पढ़ा नहीं था. 2 आपने पढ़ा था लेकिन फिर भी रॉन्ग कर दिया आपने. और मैंने बाकी पे सवाल पूछा ही नहीं है. I said then you go back from the questions, revise this much properly. And the objective is, if I repeat the test, can you give me correct answers this time and full marks? वो मेरा objective है. So if I help you revise, the entire GS through 3000 questions, and my objective is ये 3000 questions पे solid पकड़ ले, because the questions are well crafted from the PYQs, सोच समझ के हमने frame किया हुआ है. Can you do this properly or not? If yes, then you will not stop in the tests in the examination hall finally. So rather than mastering the subject, I'm saying master the UPSC pattern. Rather than mastering polity, master what UPSC can ask for polity in the prelims. Online, is it okay all of you? Yes, this will involve lot of current affair based questions also. This will involve lot of current affair based tricky choices also. वो हम करेंगे आपके साथ में. So that's why I'm saying that do not see our program as a test series alone. Our program will include mastering tests, mastering UPSC, and learning from the test. This part is fine, all of you? ठीक है शोएब? अच्छा, नाउ a sixth important thing, a sixth very important thing is, देखो now, if you count from January 15 से लेकर हम मई 15 या 20 तक मान लो, 28 एग्जामिनेशन है, राइट? Okay, 26, what is the date? 26 is the examination. If you look at the time here, it's approximately about 120 odd days. Approximately here. Remove some days, you may not feel nice of studying. Maybe you're tired, या कुछ और काम पड़ गया, जैसे आप माने आपके पास 100 days ही effectively आपके पास है. In these 100 days, my idea is that you must maximize your preparation. कि भाई जितना मैंने बेस है जो भी है 100 दिन में, एंड सम ऑफ यू 1 year 2 years से पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं, 100 दिन को ऐसे अच्छी तरह प्लान करो so that you are now focused on qualifying the examination. So for this maximization, we are doing some things. So the objective is maximize the efforts in the next 100 days. This is our target. Okay. ये कैसे करेंगे हम लोग? How will we do this? See, one approach that we follow in maximizing is, okay, that देखो, this is your prelims, okay? ये prelims है आपका. Before the prelims, you are giving certain full length test. Before the full length test, you are giving certain sectional tests. Say polity sectional test, environment sectional test, geography sectional test, मिला के 2, 3, 4 जो भी होगा, full length test जो कि comprehensive tests हैं. Sectional test will include a CSAT also. ठीक है? And you have the full length test. See, this is the typical test series of any institute. Now my question to you is, to get ready for this, आप क्या करते हो? To get ready for prelims, you are doing this. To get ready for this, you are doing this. To get ready for this, आप क्या करते हो? Most of you revise notes, correct? Say polity test Sunday में. What you guys will do? You'll revise the entire week polity questions, and polity आप revise करोगे notes से, textbook से, which I say is good, but there is something more also you must do. Before you give sectional test, one is master the PYQs of that section. Master करना है, not give the test. Say polity test, master the last 10 years of polity questions of PYQs of UPSC. You must give, okay, practice tests for this. इसके पहले भी आप करो practice. जितने कर पाओगे practice उतना अच्छा होगा ना. It's like I'm giving a World Cup match series. Before that, I enter a camp. Before the camp, I'm doing certain net practice. Before the net practice, I can have some other domestic cricket. Before that, I can have some other tournaments. So look at the entire thing. Okay. So before you give your sectional test, okay, you must have PYQ mastering. You must have practice test for this. Achha, not just that. You must memorize and revise all content. So when you are revising this, most of you are not focused on memorization. आप रिवाइज तो कर रहे हो लेकिन याद नहीं हो रहा, बिकॉज आप याद करने की कोशिश ही नहीं कर रहे हो. आपको लगता है, यू थिंक that if I revise it, I will remember it. No, it never happens. Memorization is a separate conscious process. अच्छा, एक और चीज करना है आपको. Before sectional test, You must also have a strategy for test attempt. What I mean by this is, you must have a strategy. What type of questions will I attempt first? Which type of questions I will not attempt? Which type of questions will I make guess? Which questions I will leave for the last? ये भी आपका strategy है. So your marks in the prelims is not just your course completion किया कि नहीं. It's also about, have you mastered the technique of taking the test or not? As you know, if you remember, there's a very famous match, of Tendulkar, where Shane Warne was a dreaded bowler. And when Tendulkar went for the match, he made special effort to master the technique of hitting sweep shot. वो पूरे practice में वो सिर्फ sweep मारता चला गया. And that way he could counter. Okay, that was his strategy of how to play Shane Warne. वैसे ऑस्ट्रेलिया में, okay, there was a time when he would repeatedly get out to shots played on the offside. Then his strategy was कि यार इस सीरीज में ना मैं एक भी शॉट ऑफ में खेलूंगा ही नहीं. He frustrated the bowlers. तो ये स्ट्रेटेजी मैच हुआ. एक तो है, he is a talent, he has lot of skills, but मैच के लिए एक उसने बनाया स्ट्रेटेजी कि भाई ये मैच में ऐसे खेलने वाला हूं. Most of you do not do that. So your preparation is not simply notes पढ़ लिया, notes पढ़ा, PYQ को मास्टर कर लिया, I have practiced many questions, I have memorized the content, and also I have developed a strategy how to attempt. उसके बाद जाओ into sectional test. This is something nobody does for you. ये आपको अपने आप करना पड़ेगा. So your score depends on many things, not just कितना टेस्ट आपने यहां पर दिया है. ठीक है? So our approach in our prelims support program is, we will make you do this also. Generally, this thing should be your self work. हम भी आपको self work ही कराएंगे. The difference, you will do it with us in the classroom with your friends. So अगर आपका, if you have your sectional test on Sunday, okay, on Saturday it is self-study, don't come to us. On Friday it is self-study, don't come to us. On Thursday we'll practice lot of questions. On Thursday we'll also do PYQs. On Thursday we'll teach you techniques how to attempt. Okay. On Wednesday, we will do reading sessions on some weeks where we help you cover NCERT and your books. On Tuesday, we might have some session. And on Monday, your test इसके पहले वाला हुआ होगा, I'll discuss that. Plus, I'll also discuss some PYQ of the next test. So, while you are doing this one, I'm helping you through the week. आप ही पढ़ोगे, हम नहीं पढ़ेंगे आपके लिए, लेकिन आप हमारे साथ गाइडेड पढ़ोगे. सिट विथ अस, विल गिव द क्वेश्चंस टू यू. ये क्वेश्चन है सर, इतना सारा करने के लिए प्रैक्टिस क्वेश्चंस कहां से मिलेगा? आई विल गिव दैट टू यू. आई विल क्यूरेट क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम डिफरेंट सोर्सेस, फ्रॉम यूपीएससी, ओके, आईएएस, फ्रॉम यूपीएससी एनडीए, यूपीएससी सीडीएस. ओके, आई विल टेक अप सम क्वेश्चंस, पुट देम टुगेदर, आवर ओन क्वेश्चन बैंक, और हम कराएंगे प्रैक्टिस. और एक एक दिन में we'll make you practice 100 questions, 200 questions if required. Okay, that is our approach. So it is not simply the sectional test and this test and final test. We'll take you through this approach also. So our PSP program, the PSP program, it includes number 1, PYQ analysis sessions. It includes practice tests. It includes, okay, reading and revision sessions. इसके ऊपर में you will have sectional tests and you will have full length tests. And these sessions are in classroom settings with a mentor. अब हमारे साथ बैठोगे and we will make you study and revise all of this. और इसी में हम करंट अफेयर्स भी ऐड करेंगे. We'll revise current affairs with you. So on Sundays we have that. On Sundays, okay, you'll have the sectional test plus you'll have 5-6 hours of quarterly current affair coverage. जैसे for the month of August, September, October, okay, 3 महीने का will finish off in 2 weeks. Okay, then November, December, January in some other weekend. Then Feb, March, April in some other weekend. Current affairs of polity, current affairs of economy, current affairs of environment. We will do this for you and help you revise also. That's why I'm repeatedly telling this to you, that do not see our program as a test series alone. It is lot of work beyond the test series. Clear? Any questions here? Online students. Sujata, Vedant, Shivam, Harish, okay, Saubhagya, okay, Tanu. Any questions here? Any clarifications you seek? Yes, this will be the second batch. We had one batch started from December the 15th and today we have the second batch starting. I'll tell you now कैसे schedule होने वाला है. So do you all understand what I mean by not a test series alone and why you require that? Oh, Cosmos is a geography inspired name. Okay. But have you all understood what I'm trying to do here, all of you? Any questions you want clarifications on? Okay. Now, let me introduce one more concept to you. The concept of marathon. Okay. Okay, fine. Good. Thank you. Now, see, this is a tricky one. He's asking me, sir, what if foundation is still on? CSAT is an issue. तो बेटा आप तो मेरे पास प्रैक्टिस के लिए आ रहे हो ना. I am assuming your foundation is done. If foundation not done, I do not know if you should give the attempt of 24. Okay. Then you must find a way to finish foundation on your own then. Because at this stage, I'll talk about marathon right now. At this stage, course completion should not be your priority anymore. कोर्स तो खत्म करके आओगे ना. सर मैं वर्ल्ड कप जा रहा हूं, बैटिंग नहीं पता, मैं क्या करूं? अरे तुम सिलेक्शन हुआ कैसे तुम्हारा, पहले ये बताओ. Okay. The same for CSAT. Okay. So let me explain what I mean by marathon. Now see, when you are studying, the study has to be, and remember, we have 100 days with us. 100 days हैं और आपके पास 6 core areas हैं. Geography, okay, polity, economy, environment, history, AMAC, and history modern India. These are the 6 core areas. अगर आप 100 से डिवाइड भी करते हो ना, यू आर नॉट गेटिंग मोर देन 15-16 days अप्रोक्सीमेटली पर सब्जेक्ट. आपके पास 2 हफ्ता ही है पर सब्जेक्ट. इसके ऊपर में यू ऑल्सो हैव करंट अफेयर्स, साइंस एंड टेक. वो तो छोटे एरियाज हैं बट वो है इंपॉर्टेंट है. सो फॉर दिस टाइप ऑफ वर्क योर स्टडी हैज टू बी वेरी इंटेंसिव, very, very focused, and it should be continuous. When I say continuous, I mean you must have the ability of sitting for 7-8 hours at a stretch. कोई आप एक टेस्ट दो, ओके, तो 2 घंटे में खत्म हो जाता है. उसके बाद क्या करते हैं आप लोग? You have to sit down continuously. Okay. And in our marathon, we try to do this. अगर आप रूम में बैठते हो, जनरली बहुत डिफिकल्ट होता है टू कंसंट्रेट. अकेले हैं, some of you tell us that रूम काटता है. Okay, sometimes it's possible. And अकेले में you may not have the sense of competition also. So we put you in a group. 20, 30, 40 of you are together. Some online, some offline. And you are practicing with us. हम आपको सांस लेने का फुर्सत नहीं देंगे. One test over, do this, take a 10 minutes break, another test. Take a break, another test. You sit with us at a stretch. Start at 2:30, 3 o'clock, go on till 7 o'clock, go on till 6:30. Okay. This is your continuous sessions we call as marathons. And in marathons, we give you tests. In marathons, okay, we have your test learnings. We have reading sessions. Plus, we also have sessions for memorization. So, आप जो घर में करते पढ़ाई, आप हमारे साथ करो. I will open the room for you on that day. Start at 2:30, go on till 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, whatever you can go on. It's up to you. And because others are doing it, you are with us. So I encourage this type of studies, marathon studies. आपके पास time नहीं है ना. And when you are in competitive group, you also know how good or bad you are. Okay. अगर tough paper है, or you will have poor scores. अगर आसान paper है, you must compete and get good scores there. So this is one very important part of our commitment. Come and study with us, sit with us, like our institution is your reading room. और हम आपको एक mentor दे देंगे, who is keeping, and I'll be there in many sessions. मैं ही कर रहा हूं conduct. Real time checking. Okay. आप बैठेंगे हमारे साथ, and you will check the scores. ठीक है? So this is another approach we have. Another approach is test attempt analysis. Now this is something many of you do not do at all. See what happens. आपने एक टेस्ट दिया, से 100 क्वेश्चंस का टेस्ट है, एंड सर आई अटेम्प्टेड 90 क्वेश्चंस, जिसमें कि 30 वेर करेक्ट एंड 60 वेर रॉन्ग, and 30 correct into 2, I got 60 marks. 60 are wrong, so I will get negative. Okay, 1/3 negative हो गया. The net score has come down to probably, okay, what about 40 is my net score. Most of us do this type of scoring. So 100 question दिया, 200 marks का दिया हमने. My score is 40 out of 200. इतना कम क्यों आया? सर मैंने ना 60 अटेम्प्ट कर लिया था, जो गलत हो गया. Then my question to you is, तो एक बात बताओ, अगर 60 अटेम्प्ट नहीं करते तो आपका 60 आ जाता. You have attempted 90 questions, 30 are correct, 60 are wrong. ठीक है? And because of 60 wrong, you have lost 20 marks. आपका माइनस हो गया. If you had not attempted this question, had you done only this one, would your score be good? Can you guarantee that to me? Because जो आपका right हुआ है ना, इसमें lot of questions are guesswork also. और जो रॉन्ग हुआ है, many of this are silly mistakes. Some of them are conceptual errors. Who will tell that to you? So अगर आप attempt 90 नहीं करके अगर 70 क्या होता अटेम्प्ट, ट्रस्ट मी, ये तो और भी कम गया होता. कैन आई अप्रिशिएट दिस ऑल ऑफ यू? सो यू मस्ट हैव एनालिसिस ऑफ हाउ आर यू अटेम्प्टिंग. सो आई गिव वन एनालिसिस बॉक्स फॉर यू. अच्छा एक काम करो, okay, when you mark the questions, tell us, did you mark the question confidently or not? Say question number 1, A, B, C, D. Question number 2, A, B, C, D. Question number 3, A, B, C, D. 4, A, B, C, D. Question number 1, I marked a B confidently. Question number 2, यार मुझे पता नहीं यार, D तो गलत है, A भी गलत है. I took some analysis and I said C is what a smart guess. Okay. Question number 3 का कुछ आइडिया नहीं है, but I don't want to leave it. I marked B. This is a blind guess. और 4 मैंने छोड़ दिया. I said, tell me, how many questions you attempted confidently? How many questions you attempted smart guess? And how many have you done blind guess? And in the confident, how many are correct and how many are wrong? In the smart guess, how many correct, how many wrong? In the blind guess, how many correct, how many wrong? And then tell me, आपका attempt कैसा हो रहा है? इस बॉक्स में बताओगे, which is the most dangerous box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. बताओ आप, सबसे खतरनाक बॉक्स कौन सा है इसमें? बी ने 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. इसमें बताओ, which is the most dangerous box? ब्लाइंड गेस रॉन्ग हो रहा है. ऑनलाइन स्टूडेंट्स, सबसे खतरनाक बॉक्स कौन सा है? दिस वन. आप कॉन्फिडेंट बोल रहे हो, गलत कर रहे हो. क्या मतलब हुआ? या तो सिली मिस्टेक है या फिर कंसेप्चुअल एरर है. डिड यू ऑल गेट द पॉइंट हियर? सबसे डेंजरस ये वाला बॉक्स है, इसको आपको 0 करना है. ये वाला, इज ब्लाइंड गेस गुड और बैड? इफ ब्लाइंड गेस गिव्स मी नेट करेक्ट, ठीक है, देयर आर 10 क्वेश्चंस, आई गॉट 6 रॉन्ग एंड 3 करेक्ट. गुड और बैड? आई हैव गेन्ड, नो. 3 into 2, 6 into 0.66 माइनस करना, गेन हुआ ना मेरा. Have you got the point here? So अगर ब्लाइंड गेस 10 करके मैं नेट पॉजिटिव आ रहा है, ऐसे करो ब्लाइंड गेस यार. Who stops you? Okay? Your qualifying depends on this one. Out of 100 questions, 20 क्वेश्चन या 25 क्वेश्चन होगा विच यू नो कॉन्फिडेंटली. बाकी सारा क्वेश्चंस कम्स डाउन टू स्मार्ट गेसिंग एंड सम ब्लाइंड गेसिंग. सो आपके टेस्ट परफॉर्मेंस का ये कौन दे रहा है एनालिसिस? आप तो बता दे रहे हो डायरेक्टली, सर आई गॉट रॉन्ग एंड राइट, दिस इज माय नेट स्कोर. आई सेड आई डोंट केयर अबाउट योर नेट स्कोर. यू टेल मी नेट स्कोर में कितना यहां पर चला जा रहा है, कितना यहां गया, कितना यहां गया. दिस इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ योर टेस्ट प्रैक्टिस. यू मस्ट आइडेंटिफाई इन व्हाट टाइप ऑफ सेक्शंस आर यू मेकिंग मोर सिली मिस्टेक्स. इन व्हाट, इन 100 क्वेश्चंस में सिली मिस्टेक्स मैक्सिमम 2, नॉट मोर देन दैट. 1% के अंदर रखो. 0 करने का ऑब्जेक्टिव होना चाहिए, तो 2% रखो और मेक इट 0%. 0, ठीक है? सो योर टेस्ट इज नॉट सिंपली अ टेस्ट. ओके, योर टेस्ट इंक्लूड्स योर टेस्ट एनालिसिस. उसके बाद द लर्निंग फ्रॉम द टेस्ट स्टार्ट्स, कि इसी टेस्ट को दोबारा पढ़ो अब. Which is right, which is wrong, why is it wrong? Read the book, make notes out of it, make jottings out of it, and consolidate that particular question paper. So syllabus तो complete नहीं होगा, but I want the guarantee कि sir, the question paper I have mastered now. दोबारा पूछ के देखो सारा राइट होने वाला है मेरा. I want that confidence from all of you. This kind of work generally doesn't happen if you are doing alone. वो ग्रुप में बन जाता है, सब कर रहे हो, बात कर रहे हैं, supporting one another. The mentor is guiding you. इसको देखो, अब इसको देखो, and so on. It happens then. So our PSP program का what is the approach? The approach is learn to take tests. The approach is master UPSC previous year's questions. The approach is learn from the tests. The approach is increase intensity, okay, which is do that with marathon. And the approach is, it is a guided preparation. It is PSP, it is not merely a test series. Learn to take the tests, learn from the test. Learn from the test में दो चीज है. Learn the content from the tests and learn your own weaknesses in test attempt. Learn to take test, कैसे लिया जाता है टेस्ट. Master PYQs. Learn from the test. Increase intensity and the guided preparation. A mentor is with you on all the days we tell you. You will get 3 days of self work completely. And my suggestion, अगर कोई भी कोर्स में हैं आप लोग, unless that particular content is very critical, stop all courses now. Stop the course, because see, at this time, no point studying, okay, say ethics, no point studying essays, no point studying, okay, random type of, current affairs. Focus on the core areas, polity, history. History may be very, very guarded what to read and what not to read. So Spectrum, I don't know your name. You get bitter and guilty from bad score, but please know why you are getting a bad score. गलत स्कोर का क्या रीजन है? Is it silly mistake? Is it conceptual clarity lacking? Is it because you are reading the tests wrong? Your attempt method is wrong? क्या रीजन है बताना होगा ना आपको. Yes, in fact, I wanted all of you to join us from December itself. Those who are with me for एक महीना हो गया, they have now got tuned to the process. You will take 15 days more, that's all. Ultimately, all will be part of one group, where approximately 30-40 of you will be part of offline sessions. The rest 30-40 of you will be part of the online. 100 approximately आपको होंगे, and you are competing amongst yourself. That's our approach. Duration. Mehrun Nisa, we continue from today itself. Today we'll have one small session for demo, and we'll give the attemptable to you. I'll tell you what all you must come for. Okay, starting tomorrow itself. कल आपका आज भी होगा, कल भी आपका सेशन है. ठीक है? So weekly, we want to call you thrice at least, and we'll do 1 or 2 sessions more. Absolutely, you joined the session late. Spectrum. Past test series also important. More important is the previous year's questions of UPSC, and you master them. You missed the first part of the conversation. You can see the recordings to clarify that. Any questions on this? Anybody? Any questions here? And these practice tests will include current affairs also, and also CSAT. हम चाहते हैं हर हफ्ते अब 50-60 क्वेश्चन CSAT का भी करें. डोंट वेट कि कोर्स खत्म होगा तब करेंगे CSAT. ऐसा नहीं है. start off the process as quickly as possible. Did I explain our PSP approach? Any questions here? Then I'll continue for a few more minutes. Any questions you want me to clarify? Anybody? Okay. So here we go now. Your module. Okay. Your module for this and next week. Module for this and next week. Write down the timetable. Today at 4:30 p.m. you'll have a short current affairs test. It doesn't matter आपने पढ़ा है नहीं पढ़ा है, आप टेस्ट देंगे लेके. The objective is to learn from the tests. So all of you have joined us. You will join us in the current affairs sessions. Current affairs का टेस्ट होगा, हम 15-20 क्वेश्चन जो भी देंगे, we will attempt that. It'll take you about 1 hour with analysis. Then you go home for today. The old batch continues. If you want to sit, you can sit, no problem. That's your choice. Tomorrow, that is Tuesday, okay, which is the 16th January. You will all report at 11:30 a.m. ये मैराथन सेशन है. शुरू के 11th will go on for the whole day. And let's see how much. 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, whatever it is. And tomorrow we have kept as polity reading marathon. You will bring with you NCERT class 11th. Okay. Part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is Constitution at Work. ये आप लेके आओगे. And also political theories. You'll bring it to class tomorrow. I'm presuming you have read this. अगर नहीं पढ़ा है तब भी लेके आओ. You'll bring this. You'll also bring Lakshmikant with you. You'll bring it to class. Online students sit in the class itself, no problem. But bring it to class. You will carry all your class notes plus all the synopsis or summary work you may have done. आप ये 4 लेके आएंगे and you will study with us. This is your Tuesday's work. Tuesdays and also Wednesday, 17th of Jan. Again 11:30 a.m. onwards. Polity reading marathon. Okay. Then on Thursday, we will have your practice tests and certain revision marathon tests. We'll try to give you 100, 200 questions to practice. आप हमारे साथ करोगे in my presence on Thursday. Friday, it is a self-study, revise. Saturday, again self-study and revise. Seventeenth, 18th, 19th, 20th. And on Sunday, you have your sectional test 1 of polity plus you also will have current affairs quarterly marathon. This is the timetable for this week. Online students, is it okay? So this is very intense. I'm not leaving anything to chance. This is a very, very intense padhai. And which I think at this stage you should do. 100 दिन ही तो लगाना है और कितना करना है? Your effort of 1-2 years. Some of you 3 साल. Okay, we have spent 900 days. 700 days already. हमें बस 100 दिन चाहिए with the intense work. Solid work. And we'll see. The initial 2-3 weeks is very, very unsettling. कि ऐसा पढ़ाई आपने कभी किया नहीं है. But you will get used to it. धीरे धीरे will build up the muscles for you. And by the time you hit April, you should be in control completely of the examination. Okay. In the practice tests that we have on Thursday, we will have lot of PYQ UPSC ka analysis. I'll include this in your studies. All good? And the same pattern also gets repeated. Maybe I will not have these 2 sessions if I can cover off the entire reading in 2 days. Otherwise, you might need 1 more day next week. Charu, if you are giving 24 attempt, अब आप ethics बंद करो. Okay, it's too late for that. After prelims, you think of ethics. अगर नहीं दे रहे हो तो करो, no problem. CSAT, Shivam, okay, the same process continues. We'll give the dates to you. Start off 1 by 1. और जिसका CSAT weak है और आपको coaching चाहिए. See, our PSP includes CSAT question tests, not CSAT teaching. But some of you, if you have CSAT problems, you can join our CSAT program also. We just started with, I think, 5-6 classes. The CSAT classes. So some of you interested. एक CSAT का course भी है. We have classes on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The class timings are 6 p.m. से 8:30 p.m. तक. 3 days a week है. But this is additional fee. CSAT course. But our PSP includes a CSAT test practice, not CSAT complete course. It includes CSAT test practice, but not the complete course. So इसको डर है. Deliberately I said not the entire week. 3 दिन रखते हैं. The remaining week you study on your own. And this time generally you go to sleep or you're lazing off. I said best time है to use your time appropriately. ठीक है? Any questions online, offline? Syllabus, Shivam. The coming sectional test, there are 2 tests, polity this week and next week. Okay. So polity is your next. And the detailed one we'll let you know. Sujata, you can contact us or if you can give us a call on the Edukemy helpline. Go to Edukemy website and we'll get in touch with you. Sujata, you can enroll. We have, okay, you can enroll the program with us. No, you'll be separate batch. Okay, आपका अलग से. Today was an orientation session for you guys. We already have started that. आपका अलग batch होगा and we'll try to ultimately merge you. Today was to explain our approach so that you don't feel lost in the program ultimately. ठीक है? Anything else? Any clarifications? So at 4:30 today, at 4:30 p.m. today, you have a current affairs test. And don't bother, आपने पढ़ा है नहीं पढ़ा है. Okay. This is part of initiating you. I said no, go back to the first one. You don't wait for the course to be over to give the test. This is more like an initiation. To understand how you must study. आप करके जाओ, it'll take you 1 hour of attempt plus 1 hour of analysis plus learning. But your session actually starts from tomorrow, 11:30. And you must bring a polity and do the necessary. All good? Yes. So those interested, please log in with the Edukemy website. You can put your interest, give us a call, register with us, and it is both online, offline, and the program is same. Online also is live sessions. You'll sit with me in the class and submit and discuss your doubts, whatever you have. And offline, of course. Shivam, I do not know if you can give the test or not. Okay, because it requires enrollment first. So those who enrolled, okay, they can give the test. Others, you have to, I just told you we won't have it. I don't know if you can participate or not. The session was open for all of you. Those enrolled, yes, Sapna, of course. आप enrolled हो तो आप रहोगे. Okay, Pranav, you also, yes. Vashist, yes. Enrolled वाले, okay, I'm running a separate screen here. You can participate. Yes, Vidya, you also can participate, not a problem. The question paper will be given to you. Physical form mein, we'll give it to you online. You can take a printout. I'll expect all of you to have your OMR sheets also. Shivam, then log in with our live session. Go back and check the dashboard, or the last somebody to get in touch with you. So why are you not on? Why are you on the YouTube? You should have been on our live platform. No problem. कोई बात नहीं. We'll help you on that. ठीक है? My wishes to all of you. More than happy to be part of your process. There is a mentality, mindset that I want to bring in your preparation. Okay, with my experience, whatever I have, I want to share the method. I'm more than happy to be supporting you. My pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, then bye-bye. Those who enrolled with us, stay back for the test on your dashboard. Click again. And tomorrow, your session starts at 11:30. Anybody else I'm missing out? Enrolled students. Vedant, Spectrum, Charu, okay, Sujata. Anyone of you is enrolled? Okay, I'll get in touch with you right now, Shivam. Anybody else? Mehrun, Nisa, Cosmos, AK, okay, ADT, have all, okay, virtual names. Chotu. You're enrolled, Vedant. Those enrolled will log in from the dashboard. You should not have been there on the YouTube. Okay, we'll do that now. We'll do that. Okay, fine. We'll get in touch with you and we'll do that. Bye then. By 4:30 we meet again. Bye. See all of you. My wishes to you. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay, Sujata, you also. Those enrolled with us, okay, you all can join us. Okay, bye. Check your dashboard after 10 minutes. We'll update it.